Wild animals never act the way you expect. What you're about to see is a series of heart-stopping situations where people find themselves in danger in an instant. What would you do in that moment? Watch now to find out. A rhinoceros suddenly burst into the road, sending a motorbike flying in an instant. The man panicked and ran for his life, leaving behind a heart-stopping moment in the middle of the street. A chase between a small human and a multi-ton elephant suddenly becomes more intense than ever. Fortunately, the elephant eventually gives up. Otherwise, the outcome could have been highly unpredictable. An out-of-control elephant in a crowded area suddenly charged and slammed into a vehicle, sending it lurching to the side. People nearby panicked and scattered in all directions, while clouds of dust filled the air, turning the scene into a tense, chaotic mess. Against the white, snowy backdrop, the moose suddenly went berserk and charged straight at the man. He struggled to defend himself in panic, each heavy hit making the situation more dangerous. The vehicle behind could only stay still, while the animal kept pressing forward, turning it into a tense, breathless standoff.
А кто это такой красивый на меня смотрит? Попался? Кусь за бочок.
Get the f away from the moose.
Two men recklessly teased a moose in the snowy night, thinking it was just harmless fun. But in an instant, the animal spun around and charged with fierce aggression. Both men panicked and ran for their lives, realizing too late that nature is not something to be taken lightly. The situation escalated rapidly when the leopard suddenly leapt onto the rooftop, sending everyone into panic. Those above had no time to react, while those below could only hold their breath. Even a moment's delay could turn the rescue into a dramatic, sweat-inducing chase. A massive rhinoceros suddenly charged at the vehicle, slamming into it with such force that the entire car shook violently. The two people on top could only cling tightly, not daring to move. The scene was both tense and surreal on one side, raw, wild power. On the other, a small vehicle struggling to withstand the impact.
Ankles are up and her ears laying back.
A female moose suddenly turned aggressive when a truck tried to approach. At first, she simply stood blocking the road, but after about 15 minutes, she charged and repeatedly rammed the front of the vehicle. Even as the truck backed away, she kept chasing it for quite a distance. She may have been protecting her calf after sensing danger nearby.
Get out of here!
Just moments after being released, the rhinoceros immediately turned aggressive, charging wildly as if trying to smash everything around it. No longer under control, it reacted violently, leaving anyone who witnessed it terrified. From the bushes, a lion suddenly bursts out at incredible speed as the visitors move too close, making the moment feel like the air itself shatters in an instant. Everything happens too fast to react. A powerful, fierce, and unforgiving close encounter, the consequence of crossing the safety distance. The photographer thought he was simply capturing a memorable moment with a moose, but the animal saw it differently. It sensed a threat and suddenly charged, turning a simple photo into a dangerous situation within seconds. What made the monkey react that way when it saw the dog? Do you think it was instinct, fear, or is there another reason? A massive elephant suddenly approached the safari vehicle, its eyes wary and unreadable. Separated by only a thin layer of metal, it reached out with its trunk as if testing their reaction. What was meant to be a peaceful sightseeing trip quickly turned into a breathless standoff, with the humans staying completely still, waiting for the animal to move on. The ram charges in like a living missile, slamming headfirst into the car and startling the driver. Before there's even time to recover, a second hit comes straight at the person. Tense yet hilarious, what was meant to be a chill trip turns into a boss-level ambush. If you were in this live situation, would you keep a safe distance or risk getting closer? Share how you'd handle it in the comments. As soon as he unzipped the tent, he came face to face with a bear outside. He quietly closed it again, but when the bear began clawing at the tent, he suddenly shouted and struck back forcefully. Startled, the bear hesitated and then backed off, leaving behind a trembling tent. As the vehicle accelerates, the rhinoceros immediately charges after it, its heavy steps surprisingly fast and relentless. The narrow forest road leaves the driver with few options. Gripping the steering wheel tightly and continuing forward is the only choice. A dramatic situation unfolds as a bear suddenly charges and attacks, forcing people to defend themselves with sticks in panic. With no safe distance left, everything happens in a breathless blur. Tense, chaotic, and enough to make viewers hold their breath with every swing. What began as a peaceful safari quickly turned into a nightmare when two male elephants suddenly clashed. One broke away and charged straight toward a tourist vehicle. With a single udar, the window shattered, sending glass flying everywhere. Despite the panic, they managed to escape in time. It was a terrifying moment they won't soon forget, especially when looking back at the wrecked vehicle. Tourists moved too close to the tiger to film it, but this behavior is extremely dangerous. Wild animals are unpredictable. Keeping a safe distance is always a matter of survival. The lion clung tightly to the back of the vehicle, looking like a left-behind character, desperately holding on to one last chance. As for the driver, there was only one option: grip the wheel firmly and get out of there fast, while behind them unfolded a moment that was both tense and hard to believe. A wild elephant suddenly wandered into a pool area where a few tourists were relaxing. It calmly approached, gently checked a drink can with its trunk, then stood at the edge and drank water as if it were a regular spot. The two people in the pool could only freeze, not daring to move. A hungry bear followed the scent of food and wandered into a campsite in broad daylight. It didn't hesitate to stand up and pound on the window as if it were knocking to ask for food. The scene was both tense and unbelievable, only a thin pane of glass separating humans from raw, wild ukua. Anyone who witnessed it would understand that nature always finds a way to remind us to be cautious.
Конечно. Ты я бы не хотел.
Never get too close to a leopard or make it feel threatened, because in an instant, you could become the target of its reaction at any moment. Trapped in such a cramped cage, the animal isn't just stressed, it can become more aggressive than ever, going from gentle in the wild to completely on edge, ready to snap at any moment. The vehicle entered the tiger feeding zone, and the tigers immediately surrounded it, their eyes filled with predatory instinct. The atmosphere grew tense. Just one small mistake could turn everything dangerous.
художку бежит.
Hey, this thing last night, Hamilton. It's a big bull, eh?
If you were driving and suddenly saw a massive elephant closing in from behind, each heavy step drawing nearer, would you choose to speed away immediately or stay calm and stop, waiting for it to leave to avoid escalating the danger? A heavyweight guest suddenly climbs onto the car roof, pacing around as if inspecting its own property. The car owner can only watch from a distance, caught between worry and helplessness at this surprisingly confident vehicle inspection. These moments are not only shocking, but also offer a powerful lesson about respecting nature. Sometimes keeping your distance is the best way to protect yourself. If you found this content worth watching, support the channel by hitting subscribe to catch more exciting videos.